Hello everyone, it's Ronica Maxine Johnson, and today we're having a bit of a look at the new, well I say the new Hot Wheels, it's the most recent Hot Wheels game, it's Hot Wheels Unleashed. I did try to record some bits for it earlier, I messed up and the recording got all messy, so we're doing it now. Let's show you what the game looks like first, and then we'll do a bit that I kind of want to talk about. So we're going to do Hot Wheels City Rumble first, that's what we're going to do. As you can see, I've got a few tracks unlocked here. Let's go Gravity Workshop. This is the best car that I've got so far. They are all actual Hot Wheels cars that you can buy in real life, which is quite cool. I'm a fan of Hot Wheels cars. I have been for a long time. I even think the game is very convincing at making them look like toy cars, because it really does. I mean, especially that one. The fact that you've got the spaces for where you would probably put decals, but there aren't any decals on it. Which I think is, again, I think is a nice attention to detail. Okay, we're going to use this car, best car I have right now for various reasons. But, yeah, the game's commitment, I'm going to turn that down a little bit on my TV. The game's commitment to making the cars look and feel like toy cars is admirable, and also can be a bit of an issue. Only really when you're in the air, though, is it an issue. So let's do a race. I didn't do that right. I can't time that right to save your life. So I'm not gonna. I mean, I'm gonna keep trying, but I'm not gonna hold out hope that I can actually pull it off. So, as you can see, we're racing, and I just drove into a barrier like an absolute moron. Boosty pad. As you can see, it's very nice to look at. Graphically, it's pretty good. Oh, that's a fork in the road, that is. I hope I've gone the right way. There probably isn't a wrong way to go in this sense, is there, if it's literally like a fork in a racetrack. Oh fuck. Yeah, the car can be a bit slidey at times. The drifting control isn't very good. It feels a bit horrible. Like, I can't seem to do it in a way that feels good. That's, like there, that was supposed to be a drift, and the car kind of just decided that no, we're not going to do that actually. There you go. What throws me is you're not really supposed to hold the drift button, you're supposed to just tap it. We're not really supposed to tap it, you have to hold it for a bit, but then you have to release it. And the exact amount of time I haven't really got down to pat, but anywho, let's push onwards. We're going to go the other way this time, because I went that way the first time. I like to switch things up. Hit as many of these boost pads as possible, so I have the best chance at actually at least meeting the bare minimum requirements for passing on to the next bit of race. Bit of progression, I was actually trying to say. You'll notice I'm not driving very well. A lot of that is me, I'm fully willing to admit. I am not the best at driving games. I'm quite messy. I don't drive in real life either. You'll be delighted to know that I'm not I do not drive IRL, because that would be all of a mess. So you'll probably notice a few things about the track. It's kind of interesting because you have bits where you go straight upside down. You have you've got a lot of stuff going on in the environment around us. It's obviously a toy car track set up else like in a real world location, like a garage. It's not bad. Those barriers are annoying as fuck, because they slow you right down if you hit them, and there's not much you can do to recover. I say that, you've got a nice boosty thing. Oh fuck. I'm really glad that this track hasn't got any bits where your car is in the air, because I think I mentioned it earlier. Those bits are dreadful. The car has no real mass to it, so it's very difficult to get control of yourself in the air. Like the slightest mistake and you're screwed, you know? As you can see, we were upside down for a good period of track there, which was quite cool. Nah, I thought I could get a sneaky victory in there. It wasn't going to happen. Still, that was better than I usually do in this. I'm quite used to coming 12th. But that was one of the race courses. We'll do one that has the jumpy bit, so I can sort of show you that it's a bit. Well, we'll have a look at this next one. We might as well, since we're here. We got some gears, which I think is the game's in-game currency. We've got a customization for the garage, not the garage, for the basement, which comes into play when we do the creative mode. We'll show you that in a minute. We'll pick this car again. let's see what this racetrack looks like, because I haven't played this one yet. Oh, this is a trial mode sort of thing. We've got to do the bit in under a certain amount of time. Let's see how we do, because that could be fun. That could be fun. Yeah, you can't recover from that either, that's annoying. So let's do it. So 1 minute, we have 1 minute to clear the track. Let's do this. Let's do the track. Oh, fuck's sake. You bounce off one wall and you're fucked, basically. Is this the track we were just on? I don't think it was. I think it's a different track. Of course, I am very unobservant, so I can't say I've committed every Hot Wheels track to memory just yet, you know? A bit above my pay grade. So that drift wasn't bad, but again, the cars don't handle very well in general. I've tried a few different ones. I was trying them in the failed recordings, so there is that to consider, that the cars aren't the most amazing thing to... There you go, there's an F. That's what happens in the air. So we're not going to be able to recover from that because we start back on the other side of the jump. But yeah, so basically that's that. Yeah, you have to hold the button to cancel out of that for some reason. But that's not what we're going to look at anymore. We're going to look at the creative mode, because that's a mode that I am personally quite interested in. I'm a big fan of custom modes in games, and let's do a track. Let's build a track together. We will build it in the... that's a good question. Where should we build it? Let's just build it in the basement. Oh, yeah, the basement. Let's do it in the basement. I think that's a good starting point. So this is our starting bit of startingness. Let's snap it to the ground. Oh, actually, that's not how you do that. Cool. So we're going to start basically on this pool table here. This could be fun. Oh, where are we? There we are. I was stuck inside the flaggy bit there. So up we go. As you can see, excuse me, editing a track. Big fan of games like Mod Nation Racers, I am, and Little Big Planet Karting, so I'm really happy to see this as a feature. Because I think they were the best parts of their respective games, was when you could, like, just build your own stuff, really, because I like that. Big fan of any sort of customization. That bend feels way too sharp. Like, I don't want to build a track that's completely unplayable. Especially not to someone like me who sucks at this game quite badly. I mean, that should be alright. Actually, it might not be. Let's have a look. We can edit individual bits of track. We can change the colours and give them special walls. Like, I'm going to give it this slightly higher railing. There you go. Only problem is it doesn't save those changes to the next bit of track. Of course, there are ways around that. You can make things work a bit more in your favour, which is good. Let's put one of these on each side, because there's one button you can press to duplicate this bit of track, but I forget how. It's not on the screen at the moment, is it? No, fuck. Excuse me, let me figure this out. Yeah, I can't just do that. I have to... Nope. Nope. Ooh, modify. Yeah, okay, I can't do it. So basically, we won't worry about it too much. We'll have one more bit that I've customised to look exactly the same. Left wall, yep, right wall. This is quite tedious, this idea. Which is a shame, because otherwise it's quite a decent track builder. Right, we're going to go up here. Now I want to do a bit where we go upside down, because that can be quite fun. But for that, we're going to need the magnetic track bit. That lets you do basically whatever. So we're going to have a little bit that goes like this. Because why the hell not? I like messing with perspective in this sort of game. Now I don't know if that'll be too sharp though. Actually, let's undo that bit. My actual goal there was not to do any of that. It was just to. I can't really adjust the camera to make this work better. So. Ah, no, that did not work. That's already failing. Oh dear, no. That's all of a no. Oh, if I switch it to that bit though, your track is gonna go all the wrong. Right, let's start making it. Let's start adjusting it so it so the racer is at least facing the right way up. Yeah, let's do that, shall we? No, I will keep it on the magnetic track just until I'm convinced it's safe to not be on the magnetic track anymore. I also like the magnetic track more though, so because it's black and I like blacks. I like black looking things. Most of the clothes I own are black. Well, actually, that's not as true as it used to be. I used to have a lot more. I've since been looking into at least adding a bit of colour to my. No, I don't like that. That's gonna be all of a problem, really, isn't it? It's too sharp. It's too sharp, I say. Right, let's protect our racers a little bit and give them a railing. Got to be nice like that. Oh, you can replicate. You got to press that button. I get you now. Actually, we're gonna make it blue because blue's cool. Left wall. Let's put that there. Right wall. Let's put that there. Okay. Replicate. There you go. There you go. I knew there was a way to do it. Ah, wait. I wasn't done yet. Ah, that's not good. I didn't mean to bend that. There you go. I don't mind losing it out now. We should really get back to the actual the start line so we can make this race work properly. You can have little flags at the side as well, which is kind of cool. And I don't really like using them because it's not great. Oh, hang on a second. I think I know why the customization's not sticking. We probably need to have it not sticking into the floor. That's probably why it wasn't working. Ah. Oh, it's because it's clipping into the rest of it. That makes sense. Oh, that's that was kind of horrible. Let's make it look more like an actual racy track. I can already tell that's not going to work properly. Like the it's just too sharp at that point, so we need to ease the racer up there. So the only downside to this duplicating bit is that it duplicates everything about that piece of track. You know, it's fine though. We can work with this. Look at that. We're getting there, aren't we? We'll make this the last bit of track that looks like that. Oh shit, didn't mean to do that. Back up. I quite like the building mode. As I was saying earlier, I really enjoy games like Mod Nation Racers, which did have its own customization thing. Customization was a big part of that game, actually. That was like one of its core design philosophies was the players should be able to build stuff. And I personally appreciate that, because I am a player who likes to build stuff. Right, let's do that. I'm a big fan of custom-made content. I used to spend hours on Little Big Planet karting, on Mod Nation Racers, just building stuff. Like half of it I'd never even share to the community, because you could share it to the community, and half of it I just never. I never did that. I just made the. just made the tracks and the things for my own enjoyment. There you go. So this will be an interesting track. The only downside to the customization bit is that when we want to test the track, we have to do it in this thing. And this thing is not good at racing. It's a big, heavy tractor. But anyway, let's have a little look at my track. What an amazing track this is so far. Aren't we having the best of times? Look at that. Protective barriers. That's always good. I do like how quickly the game loads you into this mode, which is always handy. But we're approaching the magnet bit so that we can just drive up here without our momentum being fucked. At least not too badly. This is going to be a bit... Oh, that didn't work the way I was hoping it would work. That was a better idea in theory than it was in practice. I'm going to need to put something there to slow you down. Well, this whole bit's not going to work. I put too much faith in the magnetic track. You know what, though? Luckily... Oh, you can change vehicle. It's probably not going to make it any better, because this car is much faster than that tractor. We already know that this isn't going to work very well, but you know, it's interesting nonetheless. But it's very easy to just get rid of a track if you're not happy with it and start afresh, which is brilliant. Someone like me who is constantly hating everything they do, creative-wise, it's great to have a button that just undoes it all. Which we'll show you in a second, but I'm not particularly fond of how this is looking. It will obviously take me a while to get into a groove where I can build a track that not only isn't a complete mess, but one that I can be proud of. Because as much as I'm not amazingly keen on the driving mechanics in this game, it's not a bad game. It's not a bad game. Obviously, as I said, Hot Wheels is cool. I like Hot Wheels. I have a big tub of Hot Wheels cars somewhere in the flat. And I'm very, very fond of the fact that the game looks convincingly like you're playing with toy cars. But yeah, so let's go back to the track builder. As I say, I'm not overly fond of that track, but we can reset it. Brilliant. So we can make a track that does this, basically. That's where it's basically well, not a checkpoint challenge. Well, actually, no, it kind of is a checkpoint challenge. Or we can start in a dinosaur head, which is obviously a cool place to start a race. We'll do this one. We'll make one more track to show you what we can do. And that'll be that. So, start by doing that, because why not? I think the problem is I relied too much on very angular turns in that last attempt, which this game isn't really built for. The gravity's a bit funny there, isn't it? So let's customize this bit, because now it's going off the ground. I want it to have a very specific style while it does that. I want it to be that style, because that style looks nice. There you go. Just duplicate that a couple times. Ah, no, that's not what I wanted to do. Ah, no. Yeah, sorry, oh fuck, I lost my train of thought there. I was too busy being stupid. You know, which is fairly standard for my my way of life. This is already very wiggly. It's actually not too wiggly. I can probably salvage this. And again, I need to remember to hold that button down. Ah, no. What button is it? How do I undo a bit of track? I've forgotten. There it is. Sorry, I'm a mess when it comes to learning controls in games. That's the worst part about new games, is having to learn what all the buttons do. You don't want to make that turn too sharp, because as we saw, things go wrong. Oh, for fuck's sake. That is going to piss me off, I just know it. The constant forgetting that that's the only way to keep a replicated piece of... I wish the game's default was when you set a customization for a track piece, it stays as that. I think that would be a better way to do this. Obviously building this on with a controller isn't great either. It doesn't feel great, but... It's not awful though, I'm kind of used to it, as I say. Big Mod Nation Racers fan, big Little Big Planet karting fan. Both of those were Oh, fucking cunting fuck sticks. Both of those were on the PS3, so I was using a smaller, more fragile feeling controller. I know I'm quite quick to shit on the PS5. I actually don't like how that bit of track looks. It's too curvy for my liking. Let's fix that. Ah, that's not good. You know what? I'm going to let it swap back to this now because I don't want to keep having to remember to do that. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm not going to settle. I'm not going to settle. I am going to produce the art that I want to produce. Not that what I'm going to do is in any way going to be art. Fuck's sake. Pisses me off. Again, that is a design choice that pisses me the fuck off. But anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I was saying that I know I give the PS5 a lot of shit. Mostly deserved. Mostly deserved. It's still an unnecessary console, really. But yeah, no, I do like the controller. The controller's quite good. I still don't like the speaker in it. I've not liked the speaker edition since the PS4 era. I think it's completely unnecessary and... Well, that's it. I just think it's unnecessary. Like, it's a cool idea, I guess, but not one that I think we need to keep seeing. Obviously, that's just my personal preference. If you like the PS5 controller, and its speaker and everything, that's absolutely fine. I'm not here to tell you that you're wrong. I mean, you are. I'm joking. Obviously, I'm joking. I shouldn't need to say that, but you just know someone will hear that and say, oh, but they said that. And take it seriously, because people are stupid. Just like me, apparently, because I can't even remember to keep this going. You know what, I will put one last piece of orange here. There's like objects right in the way, I can't... Well, I mean, you could do that, but depending on what speed you're at, that might be too sharp a turn for you to take. Let's make it red and give it a barrier on the other side, because that makes sense, doesn't it? Can't really tell when it's red. It's not. There's not a huge difference. You know what? Could use this. This could be fun. I don't know what it does, but oh, it's basically a bridgey bit in it. Yeah, it's not bother. Let's not bother. Can't be asked. That's a funny looking dog. Let's. I can't turn the tunnel. That's lame. Can't turn that either. So, I mean, let's. You know what? Screw it. We'll stick with basic track bits. I don't want to go fancy anymore. I am glad that we're not stuck with the, fuck, I just realised what I haven't done. I haven't followed my own personal rule of customising the track to look like this when we're off the thing. There you go. That fits under there quite nicely. Lovely. I have to remember to let go of the button before I try customising, because that's when things go bad. There you go. And I think right here will be the finish line. Oh, that's a volcano. That'll do, won't it? Right, let's do a validation run, which is based... Oh. Well, that's new, but I don't like this car still. Can I can't change it. I've got to stick with this shit. Fuck's sake. Like, that's something that really does piss me off. But I can't... Oh, fuck's sake. Track... You know, I don't want to do the validation. I just want to do a track... Wait, was that a validation or was that a test? Let's do a test. There you go. Let's do a test in one of the cars I'm more likely to be using rather than this shitty tractor. Because the tractor is terrible. So, this is my little track. I hope you like it. I might upload it for fun. That could be. So if anyone else is playing this, you get to experience the majesty that is this... Oh god, is this fucking awful shit. Fuck it, I'll upload it. You can have fun with it. I think I've got another one uploaded as well that I made earlier. I think I just pressed the button wrong. I didn't mean to upload it, but it's on the internet now. Oh fuck. Oh god, we're flying. Oh, that's... Oh, whoa. Oh, that makes me feel sick. Okay. But yeah, these sudden... The gravity is not on your side. Again, you are a tiny toy car. You've got no mass whatsoever. Again, I'm appreciating the commitment to the bit, but I'm also not, because it's screwing us a little bit. Oh, that's only got the railing on the one side. Whoops. That's not how it was supposed to look. Still though, look, we made it to the end. Woo! There you go. But to actually do it properly, we need to do the validation run. That's the only way to make it valid, if you can believe that. Right, so we ready? We steady? I like that that's changed though. I can do that. I can button mash for you. It's obviously determined that I'm never going to achieve the other thing properly. Look how plasticky those wheels look. Like any other game, plasticky looking wheels would be bad. Obviously this one, it's intentional. It's all plastic. But this toy tractor feels even more like a toy. Although I did used to have, back when I played Little Big Planet Karting, I did used to have a custom cart that was basically just a bulldozer, but it was covered in sweets. I call it the Sweet Dozer because I was so creative. We have to brake here. There's no way to put up like a sign that warns you to brake, you just have to know to brake there. But if you've watched this video, you'll know that, so when you're playing this masterpiece, it won't be a concern at all. We're almost there. No, we're not. That's a sharp turn. We have to turn. Come on, we've almost got this. We've almost won. We've almost won the prize that doesn't exist. The prize is beating this track. That's enough prize. There you go. We made it. It's got a little do a little jumpy thing onto the chair. Oh, tractor fell down. Yeah, we'll save this. We're going to call this track Ronica something silly. Ronica Lick. There you go. There you go. That makes it sound normal. That's a split part checkpoint, no checkpoint, speed run, shortcuts, off the track, circuit, course. Well, it's a course. We'll call it a course. There you go. Save. Actually, wait. If I want to save it properly and share it, you've got to do it there, don't you? Wait, do you? That's fine. Confirm. Yeah, so I'm gonna upload. Yeah, see, I'm gonna upload this track. Oh, that's my other track. There you go. That's even worse. We're gonna upload this track because that could be fun. And if you like it, if you race on this track, let me know in the comments. Anywho, we'll call that an evening. I want to eat crisps and feel fat, so I'm gonna do that. Later, everyone. Love you all. Bye.